It's the time of year to gear up for a return to the classroom. Welcome to the August edition of the Texas Education Exchange Update. I'm Jennifer Duncan. This month, we're diving into how we visually create our products and features and what that means for you. So what are the elements that go on behind the scenes of creating a website or an application? We start with a basis in UX, or user experience. This is based on meeting the user's needs, designing a system that can be smooth, efficient, and enjoyable. Then we look at UI, or the user interface. This is the first impression you get, the look and feel. Amy Drew, the creative director at Cricut Design Works, joins us to talk more about these systems and their importance in our work. Amy, let's start with this question. What is UX UI?
It's broken up into two parts. There's user experience, which is inclusive of all the elements that go into making intuitive and accessible and effective applications. Usually that phase starts with research into the target audience, what their needs are, where their pain points are. And then we translate that into user journeys to basically plot out anything that an application would need to address those needs. From there, then we can go into the UI design, which is the user interface design that builds on that UX foundation. And that's where we start to focus on things like layout, language and imagery, colors and fonts and things like that.
And when you look at the Exchange, where can you see that in the design and the work that's been done for the product and the applications?
So it's basically everything that you see when you log into the Exchange, everything from the way that applications are organized, things like the way we use color, the way that fonts can sort of subtly tell users how to use a page by just kind of how they're organized and how the visual hierarchy works. The decisions to use imagery to make layouts more engaging, it's pretty much everything that you can see when you log into the Exchange.
How does this impact technology?
Big question, but in broad terms, it basically means that people are at the center of any decision that gets made for an application or a piece of technology being built. In theory, the exchange could have been built in a way that sort of prioritized the easiest way of doing things, but that wouldn't necessarily meet the needs of the educators that are going to be using these products.
Want to read more about our design systems and the work that went into creating them? Head on over to our blog page at txedexchange.net. And be sure to follow us on our social media pages. We'll see you next month.